Welcome back, boys and girls, for another story of story time. This particular story is entitled Apples for Fred, and it's really one of my very favorite little stories. I bought this book a few years ago. I really like it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. It's written and illustrated by Diane Shapley Box. Apples for Fred. In a sweet, scented orchard lives a frog named Fred. He is smooth and green with freckles on his head. Usually he is happy, but today he felt low. Apple Fest is next Saturday, and he cannot go. It is the biggest event that comes once a year. There will be rides and music, he thought, with a tear. Aww. Fred really wants to go. His friends will all be there with smiles of delight. It just is not fair. It just is not right. They will arrive early and stay very late. But Fred cannot pass through the big red gate. I wonder why Fred can't get through the gate. Let's find out. Fred has to eat an apple to get through, and that is the something he cannot do. Fred was born without any teeth. He has none on the top and none underneath. Oh my, he surely doesn't. Poor Fred. But there is one thing that Fred does not lack. He has his friends, good friends from way back. There is Purdy the birdie he met in school, and Tater the gator who swims at the pool. And who can forget his best friend in town, Cabot the rabbit, a juggling clown. So he has some great friends. Look at them. Sad and tired, he went to nap. That is when he heard a tap, tap, tap. I wonder who it could be. He looked so sad. Poor Fred. Fred went to the window and opened it wide. Purdy the birdie flew in from outside. I have an idea, she said with a grin, then placed a party hat over his chin. It's not just a hat, it is a beak, you see. This will help you eat apples, just like me. Oh my goodness. A party hat for a beak? That's kind of silly, don't you think? Fred looked pretty good with his new beak. One thing for sure, he sure looked unique. But as he bent over to pick and peck, the hat crushed flat against his neck. He took the hat off and said, "Thanks for trying," then hopped out the door to keep from crying. Oh, poor Fred. It didn't work. Purdy tried to help him, but it just didn't do the trick. Oh. He hopped through the forest and heard a bang bang, which startled him so that up he sprang, above the treetops, then back to the ground, to where he first heard the bang banging sound. Bang banging sound. What could it be? He found Tater the gator making a snout. Tater said, "Fred, won't you please try it out? I made it for you, and soon you will see you can eat apples just like me." Oh my goodness. He's trying to make him a snout just like his. Look at how crocodiles, they go open up and they close, open and close. Oh my goodness, do you think it'll work? Let's see. Fred snapped the snout on and tied it real tight, but there was something that just was not right. He tried and he tried to move his head, but the snout was too heavy for poor little Fred. He took the snout off and said, "Thanks for trying." Then he hopped to the forest to keep from crying. Oh, he's so disappointed. His friends are trying everything. Fred hopped to the creek, and guess who was there? It was Cabot the rabbit with something to wear. With these rocks that sparkle and shine, you will have teeth just like mine. She fastened them in with sap from a tree. "I think this will work," said Fred happily. Wow, look at those new teeth. I hope it works. What do you think? But in the apple, his new teeth got stuck. They fell out, and Fred felt out of luck. Tired and sad, he said, "Thank you," then cried aloud, "Boo, hoo, hoo." Oh, look at the teeth. They're stuck in the apple. That didn't work either. Poor Fred. Oh, what's going to happen next? Later that day, the whole group met. They had not given up on Fred yet. They all went over the ideas they had and all the reasons they had gone bad. To make Fred feel better and lessen his woes, Cabot juggled on the top of her toes. Oh my goodness. Look at Cabot. She's juggling apples. They're silly. They're trying to cheer him up. Isn't it nice when you have friends, when you don't feel so good, they do things to make you feel better? That's what friends are for. Cabot juggled with apples big and red. Then one of them slipped and hit her head. It bounced and rolled off Tater's tail. The apple then began to sail. It swerved and curved, and down it crashed. On Purdy's beak, the apple smashed. Oh! No. Fred then thought a wonderful thought, took a deep breath and said, "Why not?" He scooped up the apple as his heart raced, smiled and chuckled, and took a big taste. He thought it was good. He thought it was great. He thought it was the best thing he ever ate. "I will call it applesauce, and I'll eat it proud. Now I can get in where I was not allowed." Great idea. Fred went to Applefest and arrived at the gate. With a spoon and applesauce, he ate and ate. The man at the gate, with a wink and a grin, said, "That looks real good," and he let Fred go in. Fred and his friends yelled, "Hooray! Hooray!" and together they had the most wonderful day. See, what a great lesson we can learn from stories like this, that, sometimes things don't work the way we want them to work, or maybe we're missing something, but just using our wonderful minds that God gave us, we can come up with different ideas, how to conquer those things that we thought we could never conquer. See, with God, all things are possible. So I hope you enjoyed that story, Apples for Fred, and until I see you next time, God bless.